Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Delaney and for today's video we are going to be unboxing an OFRA Cosmetics mystery box. So this was done for Black Friday. I'm not sure if they're still available, but I will pop it up right here if it still is. But they had two options for these boxes. This one is the smaller version. This is a $25 one, and then I think the other one was $35. I'll pop both of them up right here for reference, but this is the $25 smaller Black Friday mystery box. So I actually, and I'm going to try on these products in the video, but I actually already unboxed it for my Instagram for my Instagram. So if you're interested in checking out that video, I will leave my Instagram below, but my username is Always Add Glitter Makeup on Instagram if you want to go check that out. But I'm going to unbox and try on these products so we can see how they perform. Was this box worth $25? Let's find out. If you're interested, keep on watching. Alright, so I have foundation and concealer and powder on, and I also did my eyebrows because I needed to. But I also know what's in the box, so I knew ahead of time what to plan for when I was going to try on stuff. So let's dive right in. So first of all, I love their packaging. Like, I love the box. It's super, super cute. It has their logo on the side. And let's open it up. Now, this does come with 4 items from OFRA. I will go in order of application, not necessarily which came first when I was opening it. So I went ahead and did my bronzer, foundation, concealer, and powder. So naturally, my next step in my routine would be blush. So we actually did get an OFRA pressed powder blush in the shade Winter Rose Glow. So this is actually beautiful. I did open it up on my Instagram post, so you can see it there as well. But I love their packaging. It looks just like their highlighter packaging, but it's just smaller. And then here is the back with the shade name, Winter Rose Glow. And here we are. So this is kind of a neutrally rosy pink blush with a little bit of shimmer in there. And so when I get it closer, you can kind of see that shimmer in the pan. But if I swatch it, you don't really see, I mean, you see a little bit of the shimmer, but I'm not sure how much that is actually going to translate on the cheeks. So rubbing it on my hand, the glitter kind of went away a little bit, but it does kind of have a little bit of a sheen to it. So it's gonna be kind of a more satiny finish, maybe a little bit more of a glowy blush, but I have not applied this to my cheek yet. This is a first impression of it. So let's go ahead and apply. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my Baddington Beauty blush brush and I'm gonna go in. Oh, it picks up a lot. Let's be careful of that. Okay. That picked up way more than I thought it would. That's actually a really gorgeous color. So it actually looks like more of a natural blushy tone on me. I am fair skin, but it is pigmented enough that if you go straight in, I believe this would definitely show up on deeper skin tones as well. So I think this is a great kind of universal blush shade. But yeah, I like this. And it's going on really nicely. There's no real patchiness or anything, and it is buildable, so you can kind of build it up to whatever kind of pigmentation you want. But if you go really hard in the pan, it will be pigmented, so just be careful of that. That is gorgeous. I like that. So I have tried OFRA's blush formula before, but it was not the glittery version. So here is my face. Here's my face without the blush, and here is the blushed side. And I really like how that looks. I like that kind of natural sheen that it has. And yes, it might look like a lot now, but blush is like the first thing to wear on me during the day. So something that it might look a little bit over the top in the beginning, but over time, it just kind of looks more natural. But it's actually not too in your face. I've definitely had, I don't want to say clown-like blush before, but I have actually looked kind of clown-like before with blush products, but this is definitely a great natural blushy shade for me. So that's gorgeous. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the other half of my face with the blush and I'll be right back. So I went ahead and added the blush to the rest of my face, and I think it looks a lot more natural now that I've added it to the rest of my face. I also am a big fan of adding blush underneath my chin and a little bit on my forehead to just kind of tie it all in together and make it look a lot more natural looking anyway. So I actually really enjoy this shade. I'm just kind of blending it out a little bit, making sure there's no like line from where I put the blush. But yeah, the blush actually blends out very nicely, so I am definitely okay with that. So this is actually the item that I knew about going into it. So they tell you ahead of time that there are 2 exclusive palettes to these mystery boxes, and the first one is in the other box. I'll pop a picture of it right here for you, but that one was in the more expensive one. But it has a highlighter in the middle, which looks gorgeous. I would have loved to have that one as well, but I opted for the cheaper one for obvious reasons. But also, the palette that is in this one actually kind of spoke to me. I don't have very much in my collection with this color scheme, so I was like, you know what? Let's just try it, because I actually haven't really tried OFRA's eyeshadow formula before, so trying it in a different color story is actually really nice. So this is the Black Friday palette. This reflective front to it, and I love this little design on it. And then on the back, it gives the shade names, and it's called the Black Friday palette. Woo! And then it also has the ingredients and just a little description on the back sticker as well. But here is the inside. It is kind of a magnetic, almost like it's like a magnetic palette. So you can actually pop the shades out right here, and then you can, let's see if I can get it. Yeah, I can. See, you could just take out the little shades if you wanted to and add your own in there, or obviously keep the ones in here, which is probably what I'm going to do. But here is the color story on the inside, and on camera, these come off a lot more blue, but it's actually more gray in person. I don't know why, and maybe it's my lighting. And this top one, it almost looks purple on camera, but it's got a little bit of a purple on it, but it's almost like a purple gray. And then this one's like a green, army green shade, and then the black matte, and you have 3 shimmer shades and 1 kind of matte shimmer hybrid. So I'm thinking this is the kind of shade that if you pack it on with your finger, you can actually get some of that glitter to stick, but otherwise you could just use it as a matte shade. And then that's kind of your mid-tone gray. You have your black, a mid-tone gray, and then your lighter grays. But yeah, so you can either kind of go for the gray and black smoky look, or you can go a little bit more green, grungy, or you can go a little more purple gray. Quite a few options in this palette, but it's all on that dark smoky side. So this actually is very unique in my collection, and I'm excited to try it. And these shimmer shades, I love OFRA's highlighters, so I'm imagining since they kind of have that same impression, maybe they are the same formula. So I'm excited to try this. Now, I did do swatches of these, and I included them in my Instagram video, but using it on my eye, this is going to be definitely a, not the first time. I was playing around with it yesterday a little bit just to see what it was like, but this is kind of a second time impression. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my hair up, because I don't know about y'all. Sorry, it's gonna look kind of crazy. Sorry, my hair is up, but I want it to be out of my face when I'm doing my eyeshadow. So I'm gonna start with my Lavish eye shading brush, and it's kind of like a very small packing kind of brush. I didn't realize this, but this top shade right here, this purpley kind of shade, is actually a satin kind of shade. So I think I want to try this. I think I want to go a little bit purpley. Maybe I'll do this shimmer and this, and then deepen it up with the black. Oh, this is shade Aurora, this purpley one. So I'm going to go ahead and take my packing brush and go in with that. And I'm going to kind of focus it. And this is a satiny shade, so I'm not used to working with satins like this. I usually would put a matte here. But time to try different things, right? I'm going to be speeding this up so you don't have to watch me blend. So if you see something jump ahead, I apologize, but I don't want to make you watch this for an hour or however long it takes me to do. Okay, so I got a pretty good shape to begin with this Aurora shade, and I think I'm gonna try now to blend it outwards just a little bit, just kind of trying to keep this same shape, but just like without the harsh lines. So I'm gonna try to do that. I'm gonna take a Morphe brush. It doesn't actually say on here what kind it is, but it looks like this. It's just kind of little and fluffy. So I'm gonna kind of just take it and do little circles and just kind of buff out these edges. Yeah, so that's kind of what I want. I just want it to be really light and fluffed out and keep that concentrated shape here. But yeah, I like the look of this. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this eye match real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is pretty much what I wanted to do, and that shade actually worked really well. It's definitely more of a satin. It worked like a matte though, so I don't really see too much of a sheen. So you can kind of use this, I think, if you wet the brush and used it on your lid, I think you could get more of a sheen out of it, but it actually worked pretty well in the crease and the outer corner as a matte, so I'm happy with that. Now I think I'm going to deepen this up a little bit with the Triple Black shade, which is just the black matte shade in the palette, and I'm going to take that same Lavish shading brush so I can really target the outer corner. Yeah, so just really focusing this in the outer corner just for some depth and kind of taking that down the lower lash line as well. Really kind of smoking that out. Yeah, I like that. And I'm just kind of taking that shade and going lightly into the crease as well to just kind of follow the natural shape of my eye, kind of going in that little indent. Yeah, so I like that. It looks nice and smoky, and I eventually will blend it out so there's no lines or anything with that same Aurora shade as I applied before that. But yeah, that looks pretty good to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this match. Alrighty, so the other side matches now. I am just taking that Aurora shade, like I said before, and just blending out the edges. Okay, so that is a nice kind of purple smoky base that I have going on. It's kind of a purpley gray on camera. It does look a lot more purple, which is kind of crazy to me because, well, I guess it is really purple. I don't know. I mean, it looked just kind of like a purpley gray, but yeah, I can definitely see the purple when it's close to my eye. That's funny. Okay, well, I guess we're going to the purple gray look today. It's just how it happens, how the cookie crumbles. But that's fine by me. So, I think I'm just going to add a shimmer now. I do kind of wish there was a lighter, light gray in here that I could more easily use to blend out. Because when you're doing a smoky eye, sometimes you really need a shade like that to just kind of really help get that gradient going. So I'm just kind of using a tiny touch of shade Navy. See, it's funny, even the shade name, it says it's navy blue, but it looks more gray to me. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just going insane. Could be it. But yeah, so that looks good. So, which shimmer shade do I want to use? I'm thinking this one because it kind of goes with that purpley gray situation that got going on. So this is shade Razor. And here it is up close. Let's see if it'll focus. Come on, little buddy. There you go. It'll focus now. The camera doesn't want to focus, but that's the shade Razor. Let's see how this works on the eye. Ooh, okay. So, it is shiny. I wish it was a tad lighter, but I guess for this eye look, it doesn't have to be that light. See, I'm straying from my norm here, so I usually go for a lighter shimmer on the lid, but hey, it's pushing me out of my comfort zone, so I appreciate that. But it is very soft, and it is going on pretty pigmented. So as far as shimmer shades go, you know me, if you've watched any of my videos or if you've seen my Instagram handle, but I prefer shimmer shades that have glitter in them, not as much of the metallic kind of situation. I can appreciate a metallic shade, but if I had to choose what finish, I would choose a glittery one. But for this palette, I definitely see why the metallic was chosen, because it is such a grungy palette. You don't always want like super, super glitter. But I'm wondering, should I take a little bit of this on the outer? Did that just ruin it? I'm gonna make it match either way. But I just took a little bit of the shade Exquisite, which is that black with glitter in it. I wanted to see if the glitter would actually come through a little bit. And the answer to that is not really. So hey, it's a first impressions using this, so it's not the end of the world, but I do need to blend it out a little bit more because I just added more matte black to the eye look. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take a flat brush like this Morphe one right here. It's just something that you would normally use for a cut crease. I'm gonna take some setting spray. I'm gonna take my Fix Plus from MAC and I'm gonna put a little bit on the back of my hand. I'm going to wet the brush, get it really nice and soaked, and then I'm gonna kind of squeegee out the excess. So it's not like dripping on there, but it is dampened. And I'm gonna go into that same shade right here, which is Razor. And I'm gonna go ahead and try to see if a wet brush helps with application. So I do think control-wise, the dampened brush actually does help. But as far as metallic finish-wise, I don't see too much of a difference from when I had added it with my finger. So this eye, I added just my finger, and this eye is the wet brush, and this side is the finger. So I didn't see much of a difference, but I'll do both of them to match. But overall, I think the look is actually really gorgeous. It's not something that I normally would go for by any means. Black and white and gray, not usually my go-to shades, but very, very pretty. And I could even, if I really wanted to, go in heavier with the black shade on the outer corner and really, really, really make it smoky. Do I want to do that or just leave it? I don't know, honestly. Like, I kind of like the way it is right now, but at the same time, I wanted to test the intensity. I don't know. I kind of like the way it is, so I think I'm going to keep it. But the one shade that I really did want to try out in here is this middle shade right here, which is Rhinestones, which looks like a highlighter. I mean, but it's like bright white. So not every skin tone probably wants to use this as a highlight, but for me and my very pale self, it actually would work. So yeah, here it is on the back of my hand. It's just an icy white shade, which I could also use that on the lid if I wanted to, but I'm gonna actually take it on my pinky and I'm gonna put it in the inner corner. So I'm gonna take it and put it underneath my brow bone as well. So yeah, that's a very icy shade. I could see this palette doing really well around Halloween time, ironically. But yeah, I could definitely see that. Now, is this going to be a palette that I reach for on a daily basis? Probably not, I must say, just because it's not my normal everyday go-to. Here is the finished eye look, and this is without lashes or anything, but I actually really like the smokiness of it. It's definitely different than something I normally do, which I appreciate, but for the finishing touch, before we move on to the last couple products in the box, I'm going to use shade Rhinestones as a highlight. I might regret this because it might be too white, but why not? I actually quite like it. So yeah, that is a highlighter, which actually is not as beaming as, I mean, it is bright. If I get my head in the right light, it's pretty dang bright. So that does not disappoint as a highlighter. I do wish that, you know, maybe it wasn't as stark white, even as an inner corner with this, just because it's such a difference. I mean, I do like it in the inner corner, but it is very, very white. And with the smokiness and darkness of this palette, maybe it would have been better to have something a little bit off-white, like maybe a more gray, light gray, but like a really, really, really light gray. But I mean, still overall, I actually really like this palette. But let's move on for now. Okay, so I was getting annoyed with my bun, so I thought I would put my hair back down, but I went ahead and added some Essence Lash Princess to my lashes, just because I needed some mascara real bad. And the next step I don't mind doing with mascara on. So this is the eye look, actually. Like, let's talk about it. So I actually, now that I have my mascara on, I like this so much more. I don't know why, but without the lashes, like, these are my real lashes, but without mascara, it just looked kind of bland. But then just like adding that, it looks nice and smoky and purple and gray, and I don't know, I kind of like it. And I like the purple with my green eyes, so I'm kind of feeling it. The next item in the box is actually an eyeliner, which is like a standard that you see in mystery boxes or in gift boxes or any kind of subscription box. So this is probably the item I'm least excited about in the box, but I don't mind getting it. It's just I don't wear eyeliner hardly ever. So there's that. But I mean, quality wise, I'll swatch it on my hand for you. It goes on pretty creamy. It's not the blackest black in the whole world, but it'll work. And hopefully it'll smudge out a little bit. So I'm not going to do a whole lot of eyeliner, and I think I'm just going to do it on the top lashes. But let's see how easily it applies. So one thing I will say is warm it up either on the back of your hand, or some people do that like match trick, or where you like heat up the other end of it, because it is a little bit stiffer. Which is just why I don't really do eyeliner hardly ever, unless it's a liquid liner. But even then I don't really do it because I don't like things tugging on my lash line. But for the purpose of today's video, it's okay. This is the, it doesn't really look a whole lot different, honestly. I just put it, so my lash line might look a little bit more full right there just because I put it at the base of my upper lash line here and kind of extended it to the corner of my eye. But yeah, I don't think, let's try a wing. How about that? I did a tiny, 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 tiny little wing just because it keeps pulling on my lash line and that's very uncomfortable for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this eye match and I'll be right back. Okay, so I made my eyeliner match on both sides. Yeah, this is just, I'm kind of separating my lashes, sorry, while I talk. But it just doesn't look that, I wouldn't add the eyeliner. That's just kind of an extra step that I just don't need. I don't feel like I need to do it. But as far as the eye look goes, I'm actually really loving it. I know I said that I might not do this for an everyday look, but I'm kind of feeling it now. I don't know why. I don't know what changed my mind, but this color story is speaking to me now. So I don't know who I am anymore. But yeah, 2020 has changed me, I think. I'm a little darker, a little smokier, I don't know. But yeah, so let's move on to the last item in the box. So this is the long-lasting liquid lipstick, and this is in the shade Pasadena, which is a deeper pink, kind of berry toned. Like a, yeah, I guess that would be accurate. So it's more of a deeper berry toned lipstick. So I'm not sure how it's gonna look with this look, but we're gonna try it anyway. I have tried OFRA's liquid lipstick formula before, and I have enjoyed it. So all I have on my lips right now is a balm, so this should be fine over top of it. And I like the applicator. It's nice and thin. It's a matte formula, but it's really comfortable on the lips. So let's go ahead and try it. Okay, so here is the lip look. I'm sorry, my camera ran out of storage for a minute, but I got it back. So I actually really, really love this color. I was expecting this to be really dark, but it's actually more of a mid-tone pink for me, and I'm okay with it. It is leaning towards the darker side, but this is probably the darkest that I would personally go for my preferences. But it is so comfortable on the lips. I mean, I don't even feel like I'm wearing a lipstick, and that's amazing, because if I'm gonna wear a matte lipstick, I need it to be comfortable, just because I prefer more of a satin type lipstick, like a bullet lipstick. But I really do enjoy this, and the color is great. So if it lasts all day, like it says, then this could be a new favorite. So definitely gonna have to look into other shades of this formula. I really like it. So that is the last item that was in the box. Okay, so this is the final look. I actually did use the highlighter from the palette, which it's not really a highlighter per se, but I wanted to add a little bit more on camera for you. I do see it. I just want to see if I can bump it up just for fun, because I'm not going anywhere today, so why not? Yeah, that's how I look at it. So I'm going to take my normal highlighting brush, and I'm going to go into that rhinestone shade. Ooh, yeah, that's what I wanted. Yeah. So it almost has like this icy gray kind of undertone to it, which definitely goes with the palette. I am really loving that. Yep. I am definitely feeling myself with this palette. I don't know why, but sorry if you hear my dog in the background, but I am loving this not only as a highlight, but actually I'm loving the palette. I'm not used to this kind of color scheme on me, honestly. Like, I usually steer clear of such dark, deep colors, but these actually work really, really well together. I think I really love this look that I came out with, and I also last night was playing around, and I will pop up a picture of the eye look that I came up with last night. It wasn't my normal one. I didn't feel as comfortable, as confident and comfortable with it as I do today. This is definitely a different, like a lighter version, more on the purpley side, but I am loving it. The highlight and everything, and the lip color especially, is just gorgeous. And let me just do a quick recap, and I'll let you know my thoughts. So for $25, this OFRA mystery box gets you a lip color, which I am in love with. This shade is everything. It's beautiful, mid-tone pink berry-ish, also on the neutral side. I don't really know how to describe it, but it's beautiful. This is in the shade Pasadena, and I love that. That's probably one of my favorite things from this box. Also, my other favorite thing from this box is the palette. This is the Black Friday palette, and this is exclusive to the box. Sadly, I don't think they'll be bringing it back. Maybe they will, but I actually really enjoyed this palette, not only for the eyeshadows themselves, but as the highlighter shade too. And I'm actually really happy that it kind of pushed me out of my comfort zone a little bit. Otherwise, I never would have done a look like this. So thank you to OFRA for doing that for me. The next item we had in here was the blush, and this is in Winter Rose Glow, and it is a shimmery, kind of neutrally pink rosy blush. And this was gorgeous as well, and I'm wearing this right now. This is also gorgeous as well, very natural on the skin. It does have a slight sheen to it, but I actually like a little bit of a glowier blush, so I'm completely okay with that. And then the last item that we had in the box was the black eyeliner, which out of all of the things in the box, this is probably my least favorite thing. But honestly, at a $25 price tag, the lipstick and the palette and the blush are way over that anyway. So I definitely feel like I got my bang for my buck with this one. And I do enjoy that since it's a mystery box, they don't really know what your complexion is when they are sending these out. So all of these are very universally flattering shades, at least in my opinion. I don't know for sure. Obviously, I am very fair, so I can't really be, I'm not the authority figure on that, but from what I can see, I feel like they would be great on other skin tones, especially the lip color. So gorgeous. I think a lot of people are gonna go for a lip shade like this. I was kind of afraid that the mystery box would be like, oh, everything that wasn't selling well, let's put it in here. But no, it was not like that. The quality of these are amazing. I love OFRA's quality. I love their highlighters. Surprisingly, I love all of their collaborations. They've collaborated with Samantha March. They've collaborated with Leora. But I don't know. I'm so happy with OFRA as a brand. Just everything that they have put out that I've tried, I've really, really loved. And I really want to try their skincare. I feel like that's probably really kind of slept on. So yeah, and they've had some great sales recently. So I definitely am going to keep a lookout for OFRA. I mean, they're coming for the other brands. Like, everything I've tried from them I've really enjoyed. Now, this didn't really love that much, but I am not the person to review this because I don't wear eyeliner ever. And that's just not a product that I would pick in general. But as I said before, the $25 definitely was worth it for this box, especially for the blush, the lips, and the palette. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing video. I know this was kind of a hybrid between try on and unboxing. It's not really a surprise where I unboxed this before, but as I said, please do go check out my Instagram, and I will link it down below. I posted the unboxing video there, so you can check that out if you want, as well as other content that I do on Instagram. I do post different content on there as well as here, and I also announce when my videos go live on my Instagram as well, so keep an eye out for that. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you have a happy, wonderful day wherever you are. Please be safe, happy, healthy out there. Please wear your masks, and I will see you in the next video. YouTube should be recommending a video for you if you'd like to stay a little longer. That would mean a lot to me. Please do remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. It means so much to me as a smaller YouTuber, especially one that's just kind of getting into this world, and I'm just happy to have gotten where I am right now. I can't even imagine. This is what I do. This is what makes me happy. So thank you so much for helping me out. But thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.